Maybe you were traveling and you decided that you were going to enjoy yourself. Or maybe you were at a party and the cake looked just too tempting and you gave in. Or maybe someone cooked one of your absolute favorites and you just couldn't resist. Or maybe you decided to sit back and enjoy the holidays. Whatever it is, you cheated on the keto diet. Now what? Well, I'm going to give you some hacks to get you back into ketosis as quickly as possible. Getting off diet can be discouraging for some, like me. Let's just acknowledge that it happened and stop it there. The key is not to let it spiral into days, weeks, or months before turning it around. Because of this thing called life that we all take part in, challenges are around every corner and you won't get past them all successfully. However, the first step is take a breath, realize it's going to be okay. You can get back on track. Sometimes these cheats are planned events such as a vacation, but sometimes things just catch us at weak moments and we end up succumbing to temptation. Remembering keto is built around keeping our body in a sustained state of ketosis. When we eat enough carbohydrates and raise our blood sugar enough, our body will quickly shift to using those carbs for energy instead of ketones, and our time in ketosis is over. The goal is to keep these times as far apart as possible, but realizing they are going to happen. So what is the magic number of carbohydrates that will kick you out of ketosis? Truth is, I couldn't find any research behind this. And it may be different for everyone, depending on how your body reacts to carbohydrates and its insulin response. Once you are over 50 net carbs in a day, you are entering the danger zone. So let's talk about these hacks that will turn your body back into a fat-burning machine and get you back into ketosis as quickly as possible so we can stop the bleeding. There are 5 things we can do to enable our bodies to get back into this process more quickly. They can be done individually, but some of them can be even more powerful when we combine them together. In the words of Deadpool, this is akin to how 5 mini lion robots come together to form one superpod. So let's dive into this. The first thing we have to do, and it's no secret, is to severely cut back on the carbohydrates. No, seriously. I know it seems obvious, but when you fully understand the science behind this, it will start to make more sense why the less carbs you eat means the faster you get into ketosis. The reason behind this is your body stores carbohydrates as glycogen in your liver and your muscles. You need to use up all of these glycogen stores, especially in your liver, before your body will make the switch to start producing ketones for energy. So the more carbs you eat, the longer it's going to take to deplete those glycogen stores. FYI, pretty much everything we're going to talk about today is all about depleting glycogen stores. Even if you don't normally track your carbs or your macros daily, I would definitely recommend that you track your net carbs until you're back into ketosis. Keep them south of 20 or even less, as little as you possibly can. Alternatively, you could not eat anything at all. Fasting can be a quicker entry back into ketosis. This is my preferred path when a cheat meal or meals occur. For example, the wife and I got away a couple weeks ago for a weekend. This was a planned event. I knew I was going to be eating off diet. It ended up being 2 meals and a dessert that were definitely not keto. I immediately went into a 48-hour fast, and I still managed to lose 4 pounds that week. It works. Now, I'm not saying you have to fast a full 48 hours. But the more time you give it, the more you will deplete your glycogen stores. The amount of glycogen in your body is going to depend on how long you were off keto and how many carbs were consumed during that time. If it was just one meal, a simple 12-hour fast may cover it. But when you start getting into days off keto, you're basically starting from scratch and will need to extend the fast. To get into the science behind this, at about 3 to 4 hours after eating, your body goes into an early fasting state. Your blood sugar and your insulin start to go down. When this occurs, your body starts turning to its glycogen stores and turning it into glucose for energy. After about 24 hours, your body has depleted its glycogen stores, and it starts looking for alternative sources for energy. This doesn't mean you're fully in ketosis yet. You're on the right track though. But any consumption of food, especially carbohydrates during this time, could delay getting into ketosis. If you don't think you can completely go without eating, you can try a fat fast. I know eliminating all food can be a real challenge for a lot of us, especially when coming off the insulin swings that come from a carb extravaganza. I know the longer that I'm off keto, the more my hunger gets out of control, and it takes a lot of willpower to fast. Well, willpower and carbonated beverages. 0 calories, of course. That is a hack that was introduced to me a while ago. Carbonation can help fill your stomach for a little while at least. With a fat fast, you're going to be consuming a diet that's 80 to 90% fat. So you're going to be eating foods like bacon, eggs, salmon, butter, ghee, avocados, olives, and different oils like coconut, MCT, avocado, macadamia nut, or olive oils. Leafy greens are also allowed so long as they are cooked in or covered in some type of fat. You can eat several times a day until you're full. Fat is very satiating and you'll find you won't require as much food. In a few short days you'll be eating even less and you should be firmly back in ketosis. I'm putting a link in the description below with more information on the fat fast method. Before we get into the last two hacks, make sure you hit the subscribe icon in the lower right hand corner and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. We've got new videos coming out weekly to help you live your best keto life. Another way to accomplish this is to just get moving. Yes, exercise is a great way to accomplish this. As you exercise, your body uses those glycogen stores to provide your muscles with energy. Any exercise will do, from walking to jogging to running to jumping jacks to strength training. However, the rate at which glycogen is used will vary depending on the type of exercise. Yes, here comes some more science. Both aerobic exercises like running, jogging, walking, and anaerobic exercises like strength training convert glycogen into something called ATP for energy. However, aerobic exercise is very efficient at turning glycogen into ATP versus anaerobic exercise, which is great for energy conservation, but not so much for burning through our glycogen stores. For some context, 1 molecule of glycogen is turned into 3 ATP during anaerobic exercise. But with aerobic exercise, 1 molecule is turned into 32 ATP. To put it simply, weightlifting or strength training will burn through your glycogen at a much faster pace. Bonus tip, by combining exercise with fasting or fat fasting, you will achieve ketosis even faster. Another option, though one I have not tried personally, is to take an MCT supplement. MCTs, or medium chain triglycerides, are fatty acids that are rapidly absorbed into the body and can be easily converted into ketones. MCTs also provide energy without spiking your insulin. This is a good thing because, as we know, insulin spikes can impede our bodies from getting back into a ketogenic state. Also, MCTs go directly to our liver, which is great because it's our liver that produces those wonderful ketones. It is important to note, MCTs alone will not put you into ketosis, but used in combination with severely reducing our carbs or a fat fast, along with exercise, can speed up the process and become powerful tools to put our bodies back into ketosis. Keep in mind, the longer you're off of keto, the more chances you have to relive some of those not so good side effects of getting into ketosis, like the keto flu. Check out episode 2 if you haven't to get more information on getting through the keto flu. Also, it is important to monitor your protein during the first few days to week of getting back into keto, as protein also spikes insulin and can delay getting back into ketosis. There you have it, some simple hacks to help you overcome that impromptu carb-filled weekend or that cheat meal that you just couldn't resist. So I'd love to hear from you. What are your go-to tricks for getting back into ketosis after cheating? Let me know in the comments below.